Welcome to another edition of Three Keys. It's three keys to victory for Texas Tech over Kansas this week. I'm Jared Johnson, and the Red Raiders are going to have their hands full. Texas Tech is coming off a win over TCU, 35-28, on last Thursday at home, but now they face a completely different animal in the Jayhawks. Texas Tech moved to 4-5 overall, 3-3 in the Big 12. Kansas, winners of two straight, including versus Oklahoma, and then at Iowa State last week. They're 7-2 overall, 4-2 in the Big 12. And the turnaround by Lance Leipold and his staff is for real. It's very impressive. And so Texas Tech, Kansas kickoff 11 a.m. Central Time there in Lawrence, where Kansas is 5-0 this year at home. I believe they've won 9 of their last 11. Tech has struggled on the road for the most part this season, but they did whip Baylor and Waco, so there is evidence to suggest that they can get it done on the road. But again, Kansas, a much different animal this season. And so there is a way to victory, though. Don't get me wrong. Texas Tech can win this game. It is the Big 12, Power 5 football. Texas Tech does have potential. So here are the three keys to victory for Texas Tech over Kansas if they're going to pull off the minor upset on the road. First and foremost, Texas Tech must protect the football. Now, you can say that every week. I get that turnovers are such a big part of the game, but it's been such a stark contrast to when Texas Tech has protected the ball and when they haven't in terms of their success this year. And, two tough losses to Kansas State and at BYU. The Red Raiders were combined -8 in the turnover department. Last week against TCU, they were +2, and they won. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. And then with Kansas especially, they are tied for the national lead in terms of defensive touchdowns this year. So, especially Mello Dotson. Watch out for him. That guy is a touchdown machine on the defensive side. So, Texas Tech, Baron Morton specifically, quarterback Baron Morton for Texas Tech must take care of the football this week if they want to beat Kansas in Lawrence. My second key is to limit Kansas's powerful rushing attack. The Jayhawks have a very good offense, and really, there's so many things they do. Don't get me wrong. And Coach asked Texas Tech head coach Joey McGuire about that earlier this week, and he mentioned how multiple they are, how many things they do in terms of motion and formations to get teams off balance. But really, what they also do to get teams off balance is they run the ball. They run it very well. 200 yards a game almost. Devin Neal is their star running back. They have a couple other guys who can do some things as well, backing him up. But Devin Neal has already run for over 800 yards, averaging 5.5 yards per rush for his career, not just his season. And then Jason Bean, their quarterback, is going to be one of the fastest guys on the field on Saturday morning. So, and Tech has had problems with running quarterbacks. So, if Texas Tech can limit, they're not going to completely stop or shut down Kansas's rushing attack. I really don't believe that, especially with Kansas's veteran offensive line. But if they could limit them, at least win some of those battles to where Kansas can just get Tech off balance with so much play action and RPO stuff like that. I know they run a lot of the read option, a lot of option game with Kansas, but to me, it all starts with Texas Tech limiting the run, trying to make Kansas uncomfortable, getting into some predictable downs, hopefully, so that Texas Tech can get off the field or maybe even create some turnovers, right, like they did against TCU. So that's my second key. My third key is win the special teams battle, because both these teams have really good special teams units. I mean, you look at what Gino Garcia has done at kicker. He's been very good. Made one from 55 yards last week. The punter, Austin McNamara, I mean, if you ask Joey McGuire, he of course thinks he has the best punter in the country. He's one of the best punters maybe in the history of the Big 12, definitely in the Big 12 this season. Miles Price has been very good as a punt returner and kick returner. Dre McCray also has been a very good kick returner, but Kansas has a very good return game in special teams as well. So that's really a battle of strengths. It's going to be interesting to see who wins that phase of the game. And though I know special teams isn't the most sexy thing to talk about, I think it could play a pivotal role in the game this week. So Texas Tech is looking to get bowl eligible, while Kansas is looking to fight its way into the Big 12 championship game. So it's a big game for both teams for different reasons, but I think it's a winnable game, but I think it's going to be very difficult. Tech's going to have to play very well, maybe even their best game of the season if they want to beat Kansas there in Lawrence. But those are the three keys of victory for the Red Raiders. Thank you for watching, and until next time.